Hi, hello, welcome to another episode of Gordian Quest. It's me, Cranberry. How's it going? Hopefully, you're having a good day today. Can I let you in on a little secret? Right now, three different YouTube series is happening right now. We got 20 Minutes Till Dawn, Gordian Quest, and Monster Train, right? Even though 20 Minutes Till Dawn is doing the best, like, numbers-wise, between you and me, Gordian Quest is the game I'm most excited to play right now, because it's just, really cool. It's new. I mean, they're both new games, but to me, it's like new and refreshing. 20 Minutes Till Dawn is good, don't get me wrong, but like this is what I'm most excited to play right now. For my own personal enjoyment, because I'm really liking the game so far. Let's resume our campaign that we've got going right now. Last we left off, we have Catherine, Stroud, and Naran. Naran? I don't know. Apparently we just leveled up, so we should probably do the skill grid here first. Just like a whole thing, we have to spend 2 more skill points to unlock my next skill grid. So these little things here seem pretty important. Learn skill. So we're probably gonna go. Well, Naran is pretty low health, so I guess we should maybe do an HP increase here. But like stat upgrades, listen, I play D&D. Stat upgrades are pretty important, and we're at 2 important thresholds for Naran. We need a increase in int and an increase in dex to both get our modifier up by 1. So I think we're gonna go this way and probably increase our intelligence, which is at 14, gives us a +2 modifier. Stroud, definitely a dex focused character, so we're gonna go. We don't care about initiative bonus that much. He's more of a he's like a frontline DPS anyway, so increasing his HP is probably pretty good too. We'll do that, and then here we'll unlock your tier 1 talent slot. This one's okay, right? Like our strength is higher than our dexterity, so we do get to add half of our strength modifier, so it would just give us a 0 on dex modifier. Let's see what else we have. +1 max fury charges, +1 draw on your first turn. I don't know what a fury charge is. This character doesn't seem to use fury charges. This is maybe more like a barbarian thing. So, I mean, we do want this character to be more of a tank, so heavy armor proficiency does make sense to me. What else do we have? We're going sword and shield most likely, so I don't think we're taking two-handed melee proficiency. Both of these seem pretty good. I'm gonna go heavy armor proficiency though. I think just this seems more tank. I mean, they both seem pretty tank focused, but I don't know, something about this seems pretty good to me. Let's just get a +4 to max HP, and all of the heavy armor cards we give Catherine should be pretty good. That makes sense. Let's give it a try. What else do we have to do in town here before we get moving? I guess we should check out maybe the blacksmith, see what they've got for sale. Plated belt. How do you tell? Oh, it says light armor here specifically, so the plated belt is not light armor. It's just +1 to strength-based challenges. Okay. This is a magic belt. This is fine. We should save our money, though, I think. I don't think we want anything necessarily here. Let's look around. We can't even afford this ring. Yeah. Get some runes. Attached skills grant 1 agility on use. Effect. Gain 1 agility charge. What? Weird. I don't get what this means exactly. Because it's saying the same thing twice. Anyway, whatever. We'll figure out how runes work at some later time. Let's go. We went to the innkeeper thing to heal last time too and get rid of all of our exhaustion. So let's go. I think we're supposed to just look. Let's talk to Captain Roderick first just to make sure he doesn't have a quest for us. Yeah, I didn't think he would. I think we're just supposed to go to the map here, right, and like do cool shit on the map. Yeah, let's see what we got. This is a didn't we already do this question mark? Is it like gonna keep showing up as a question mark objective here? Exploration, chart a path through this area. Sharp eyes and shrewd minds will prevail. Let's do the exploration here, I guess, right? Explore area? What the heck is this? View the help page, learn more about exploration. Okay. You know what? Sure. Help page, help me out here. Exploration nodes are an open-ended experience that offer you the chance to survey a particular area and plan a path through it. You start off with a set number of markers, which you can plant up to a set distance away from your starting point. When you travel to the marker, you automatically interact with all elements in a radius of the marker, such as collecting chests or talking to a merchant. Hover over elements to see what will happen when all markers are used up. Exploration ends. Certain elements can move around or also have additional negative consequences. If you wish to change your route, you can always recover planted markers that have not been traveled to. Okay. So, we're starting here. So, the skull is an enemy. What is this? Pressure plate trap. Party loses 10% of max HP. Chests open together with this contain one additional item. So we can lose a bit of HP to also open this chest at the same time. That seems pretty worthwhile. Oh, and not all the nodes are revealed here, right? So I think we do this, right? We're gonna lose a lot of HP for this. Let's travel. Oh, hold on. Let's travel. So we take some damage. We get 50 gold and a longbow. This is already extremely worthwhile for us, right? Although the longbow we can't really use in this party, huh? But like in theory, we can after this we can just go to ooh, some supplies over there. After this we can just go to the innkeeper and we've effectively gained a huge, I don't know about huge profits, but quite a bit of profit, I think. So let's go here. Let's travel. Ornate chest contains a random item. Armor chest, random armor. Toolbox, mushrooms. So we can go. Can we reach? Can't quite reach the ornate chest, unfortunately, or the barrels for that matter either. I guess we just go for the ornate chest, right? But let's travel. Can we get them both? No, we can't. Okay, well let's just travel here. Okay, cool. Necklace is fine. That was a good minigame, but let's go back and heal now, huh? So you're our strength character. You will get the ornate necklace. Now, apparently I didn't give you these wraps before. That's my bad. You get this, and now you do not have any ranged attacks, so we're not giving you the longbow of the cloud. My bard does have range attacks, but it requires too much dexterity to use this bow, so we're probably going to sell this, if I had to guess. But we'll see. Maybe we'll level up our dex to the point where we can use this at some point. Who knows? But for now, let's go to the inn and let's heal. I assume like the day counter doesn't matter that much, right? Like there is a time crunch, maybe, but like I feel like the game is not really enforcing that right now, at least. Oh, okay, we're surrounded by monsters, huh? Maybe there is a time crunch here, huh? Let's go make our way towards some of this shit. And I feel like we should also like, is there actually a risk of like these enemies coming into the town if we like don't clear this out? I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Let's move over to this this Barnaby's tools here. This seems like a worthwhile event to do. You arrive at Barnaby's shop. Bandits have raided the shop in the aftermath of the invasion, leaving nothing but shattered display cases behind. The door to the cellar remains open, and there is a strong stench of death wafting from it. Oh, so we have a little mini map here of the cellar, right? So what's interesting here is that we can go off to the side path, and you can see a little bit of like a vague trail indicating that there's more to do over here. Deadly encounter. Area contains difficult terrain. Party side of the field is trapped. Let's see if we can maybe we can go this way. We can find like some sort of weird trap door that lets us ambush these guys. Right? Doesn't that kind of make sense? You come across a musty storeroom filled with alchemical apparatus. A thick layer of dust cakes the shelves. You wonder if you'll find anything of use here. I feel like we've done this one before, actually. It's like this actual same event. I could be wrong, though. Perception check. I mean, obviously, Naran is the best character for this. I want to see what happens if we don't pick a skill, because I feel like not picking a skill might result in us not getting exhausted when we do the challenge, right? We've got pretty good odds here. We've got a +5 to the roll. The DC is 13, so as long as we roll an 8 or higher, let's try. Boom, easy. Yeah, and it looks like if we don't use a skill, we don't get an exhaustion. That's good to know. Anyway, challenge cleared. We find, what is this? Granite tincture? Sure. Oh, we got like a little mini fight over here too. So this is going to keep going, it looks like, for a bit, huh? We should, this is like the important, I think this is like the important boss fight. So I think we should do this one first. Although, I don't know, hold on. Let's first, let's give you this granite tincture. I think we should have you hold this too. You're the only, Catherine is the only one who actually has like really expensive abilities. This kind of makes sense for me, at least, I think, just to give you the stamina vial to hold. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay. So doesn't look like there's a secret way in. I think we just do this. We gotta go here. Here. Let's do the fight. Elemental resistances are important. Make sure you raise them through items to help survivability. So this is just a single guy, huh? It did say before there's traps on the floor. Quick trap. Quick trap. What is this? Oh, this is difficult terrain. These weird little... Oh, the sludge. It's got bubbles coming out of it. Okay. And Stroud is on a trap as well. Now, I don't know if being on a trapped cell like triggers at the end of turn. I don't know how that works, but I am a little worried. You're throwing a spear for 8 damage. Not a huge deal, I would say. Oh, also, I gotta give shoutouts. I found out that who was it? Who said it? Hold on. It was Rick, but Rick changed his name recently, I think, on YouTube. So let me actually go back. This is important to me. I want to see who's been my Sherpa throughout this game so far. I think your name was Rick before. Now you are a social mechanic, or maybe I'm actually losing my damn mind. But Mr. Mechanic gave me a little secret that you can just change your squares by clicking on them, which I didn't realize. So I can move just by like going here. Not that I want to, but you can adjust your positioning by just clicking a square rather than using the shift card. That's something to keep in mind. Now, as far as the actual game here, we should go verse into chorus here. Oh, I just finally read chorus for the first time here. Consume all our inspiration. If inspiration is at max before consuming, increase max inspiration by 1. That's really cool. Okay. So let's go on you, because there's a good chance that we're gonna have Stroud move out of the way, and I think that might move him out of range or out of melee range of this man here. Anyway, you're gonna end. You're gonna move off the trap, and I think, yeah, I don't think we can hit you anymore, which is unfortunate. We'll just dodge. Have some block up. You're attacking for 8. You just do a little of this. I'm gonna be able to just to smite you, huh? And we'll just kill you. Okay. Very cool. Ooh. This looks pretty good. Grants precognition. Draw 1, gain 3, retain. Also, sorry, I'm getting a phone call from a number I do not recognize, so I will ignore that. +2 guard with strength and defensive skills, +1 guard with intelligence defense skills. Oh, strength defense skills, not strength or defensive skills. Okay. This seems really good for my bard. Although it's also probably pretty good on what's her name too, for now. I think this is better for the time being on Catherine. But once we get Catherine some heavy armor, we're probably going to put this on Naran. But this seems good. Because right now... Oh, hold on. Do you have any intelligence-based defensive skills, Catherine? You might have some, right? No, you're right now all of your defense skills are purely strength-based. That's still really good. But when we get to Naran, Naran has a mix of both, not many defense skills to begin with, but Naran has both block and deflect, so she'll be getting benefits from both of those abilities. Anyway, cool. Very good armor. Let's head back to the map here. Okay, area's cleared. I wish we can kind of just be like this. Oh, we can do this. Okay, never mind. We can just, we don't have to go space by space. We can just, click a spot and go travel across multiple. Okay, what do we got going on here? You're cleaving for 6. You're attacking Stroud, it looks like. Okay. And then you're just attacking here. Okay. So we're gonna probably want to go probably Hammer Strike into Leaf in the Wind into Combination Strike here. Into another Combination Strike in theory. Okay. Who's doing the most damage? You're doing 6, you're doing 5, you're doing 5. So you're the biggest threat. Can we kill you? 19, 11, and 11. Absolutely, you can die. Okay. So we Hammer Strike. Leaf in the Wind. Discarding. Dodge and Straight Palm. And then we can't even kill you, can we? Because you have damage reduction, huh? Although we get the damage boost off of this Combination Strike. Yeah, there we go. We get there. Easy peasy. We'll go intro of Vigor. We can go a couple options, right? We can go verse or verse ricochet. You just go verse. Do a little expertise as well. And the turn. How much damage are we doing? Oh, we're doing a ton of damage. Okay. Well, we'll just hit you. Smite you. Press the attack. Boom. Very easy. Maybe we should consider cranking the difficulty up a bit. I'm not ready to do it quite just yet, but we can do it mid-campaign. If we're finding that the game's a bit easy, we can always adjust things. Hey, sorry. There's a tiny gap in the recording there. I had to go take a phone call, an actual work one. So I don't remember what I was doing. Sorry. Okay, let's get back into the groove here. We're in this basement, I think, of the supply shop. 4 nodes to next supply use. I don't know what that even means. Whatever. We're fine here. Let's go find Barnaby's tools, man, or something. Okay, you arrive in a dimly lit chamber that used to be Barnaby's workroom. It seems the undead in here have scared off any potential thieves. There are a variety of soft-lined boxes and drawers around, all containing glittering baubles. Oh, trinkets and baubles. His collection of chisels, loops, and molds line the workbench in the room, and you bag them with ease. Pick one hero to attempt the perception check. I mean, Naran has a pretty high odds of success here. I don't think we need to worry about using a card here. I mean, we just have to roll a 3 or higher. Extremely easy. We get an additional item found for this. Cool. Ooh, gold ring and gain 0.3 SP on battles. I don't know what SP is. We're gonna take this. Well, you care about your intelligence stat. Oh, you already have an amulet, though. What is your amulet? Let's go. Let's put this here for now. And you have an amulet too? Okay, well. There you go, bud. You're drawing an extra card now. And we had that ring. The ring. Who wants the ring? Doesn't matter who gets it, I suppose. Here you go. Oh, we finished the quest. Okay, let's leave. Nice work, nice work. Oh, we have supplies. Oh, damn. We gotta keep that in mind here. We have like an actual like rations or whatever. Let's go back to the garrison and see if we can get more supplies. I don't know where we buy them. But surely someone here can give us more supplies, right? Oh, let's give Barnaby his ship back. Okay, thank you for the 5 rare crystals, Barnaby. Does Innkeeper have supplies? Buy. There we go. So let's max out here. So I guess there, in a sense, we do have. Like, she has a finite number of supplies. It looks like maybe she restocks, but it looks like she has a finite number of supplies. We need to keep that in mind. That we can. Oh, days till restock. Okay, 4 days. Okay, I understand. That makes sense. Let's go to the library. Oh, sorry. I meant to descend. You carefully step into the library. Rows of bookshelves have been toppled over, and books lay strewn across the floor. You can hear the groan of undead echoing through the chambers further down. I ain't afraid of no groans. Oh, this is a big dungeon. Okay. First things first, event. You come across the remnants of a grisly battle. The body of a dozen soldiers lie here, drained to a husk. They never stood a chance against their attackers. So, what is it? Vampires? What do we got going on? Search the bodies, gain an item, add a node modifier, area occupied by humanoids, gain 1 fate. I think we take the fate here. Fate seems pretty cool. Being able to redo bad rolls sounds fine. Could search the bodies. I value the fate here, I think. Yo, and everyone loves that, by the way. Everyone's bros now. I wonder how these party bonuses or whatever you want to call these like matter, like their bond. Like, is this Darkest Dungeon? Am I gonna be screwing myself over because I have like a bond or something with people, and like they're gonna stop me from healing my allies, which makes no damn sense. Also, didn't we increase your max HP, Neuron? Aren't you supposed to be at like 25 HP now or something? Or did I? Oh no, I went for an intelligence increase. Never mind. That's what I did with you. I increased Stroud's HP. That's what it was. Okay. Three bugs. We have a bunch of initiative though, so we should be able to. We already had a high chance of attacking first. Now we should be just kind of nuts. What do we got? What do we got? We got some suitcases, supply crate. I assume breaking these gives us the supplies, but I don't know for certain. Obviously hit him with the intro. We can just do verse here. I don't hate that. Verse is pretty good to me. Oh, I just realized that you're getting attacked, so I should probably move. You're guarding. Let's move here. End the turn. Okay. We got some big moves we can do here. We can just kill a spider. Seems pretty good to me. I'm gonna kill a suitcase as well, because I assume this gives me the supply crate. Which looked like it just healed me. That's kind of weird. I want to see what happens if we end the turn on... Or I don't want to end the turn on this space, I think. We're actually going to move. Yeah, seems good. We... Oh, you know what? Does using agility let you move for free, too? I think that might be part of it as well. Okay, well, let's just punch one of you. Okay. So we're not even being attacked. Let's just block up here and squish you with the hammer. And I want to see what happens if we end the turn here on this space. I think we're gonna take a damage, or take the effect of the trap here, I suppose. But doesn't look like it actually. I guess just moving into the space is what triggers the trap. Just good to know for sure. So we verse. I guess we save our what are these things called? The little gems? Stratagems. We save our stratagem for now. We just do, I don't know. I can't even shoot over there actually, never mind. I'll just end my turn. Seems fine. Wanted to break the chest too there. Ooh, heavy armor. Okay. So now we're going to give the heavy armor to Catherine. And give this thing to Iran. That seems pretty sick. Okay. Very good, very good. Yeah, she's got a ton of strength-based defense. This seems like just amazing. And then the block we get just from having the plated armor is buffed by the trait we took before as well. Okay. What do we got here? This is like the quest objective, it looks like. Let's do the question mark first. I'm a big question mark believer. You pass by a reading chamber. What the heck is a reading chamber? The door to it hangs limply, its hinges melted through by either alchemy or magic. Someone has combed through the place with various maps and charts littered across the floor. You wonder for what purpose someone would do this. Perhaps they are still around somewhere else in the library. I guess the reading chamber is just like a room in a library? I don't know. Whatever. Nothing happens. Let's fight a dog and 2 bats. That seems fun. Oh, interesting. So flying enemies take more damage from range attacks. I wonder if they take less damage from what's it called? I wonder if they take less damage from melee attacks. I guess we'll find out, right? Now, enfeeble. So these guys are AoE enfeebling us, but they're not actually dealing any damage. And the dog is just blocking too, so let's intro. Precognition. Draw 1, gain 3, retain. I think we just go double verse here, honestly. I think I verse myself. Maybe we go verse into bouncing. Sure. Well, it has to be an ally. Shit. Okay, never mind. Let's verse. Let's verse. Pass the turn. Yeah, I just murders a bat. Okay.
Yes.
Let's just start punching the shit out of these bats. How about that? Let's straight palm the draw card. Drew a pretty bad card, I would say.
Yes.
And we can't even get to the dog, so yeah, not enough AP. Okay, we'll just block, end the turn. We'll smite you. You're gonna howl, and then next turn you die, right? Oh, the dog moved as well. Okay, cool. Do a big scatter hit. Boom. We should try to get last hit bonuses on Neuron whatever possible, because she's not gonna last hit very often. We don't want her falling behind, but she does have the advantage of being first in our party, so she's gonna be, you know, the most leveled for quite a bit of time, I imagine. Also, we're letting her do a lot of challenges, which is helping her keep up her XP as well. Well, last room. Oh, floor 2. Floor 2, okay. Never mind, not last room. What the fuck is that? This is a treasure map, it looks like. Oh, it's an exploration event, so we get to do like that little mini game. Yeah, look at this shit. That's Catherine. That's just the character in my party, Catherine, right there. Manage party's welfare. Reveal a bonus rest point. I don't know what welfare means. I'll take the random chest here, though. Oh, maybe we want to go to Catherine. No, let's go to Catherine. I'm curious. And we want to do the fight. Why not, right? Let's do that. Lose a little bit of HP. Catherine. Gain a marker. Party removes 1 exhaust. Reduce max distance of subsequent markers by 20%. Oh, so you get an extra marker, but you can't go as far with them. Okay. Applies a random boon and bane. Sure. That sounds fun. We'll go to the Dead Adventure, and then we'll probably be more or less done with the thing, because we can't reach anything else. I'll just go here. Nothing found? Damn. Okay. Good adventure, everyone. Good work. What does this do? Exit obelisk. Oh, okay. So this lets us leave the dungeon. Whatever, that seems fine. Corridor leads to an open foyer with various reading rooms and chambers. The ground is splattered with blood and entrails. The air is cold. It is bitter cold. You have a bad premonition. A sign on the wall points to various rooms from the closest to the furthest. I don't know. Let's go to the history room. The chamber stores various historical texts describing the early days of Silverkeep and knowledge of the ancient Van Nye Empire. The shelves are dusty with cobwebs. It appears the history section doesn't appeal to many scholars these days. Nerds. Let's go to the storeroom. The storeroom probably has loot. Hell yeah, here we go. Storeroom is a small room off to the side of the hallway. Flasks, whatever. And can we identify the mixtures? Extremely high chance of success here. Let's not put an exhaustion. Let's just roll it. Easy dub. Additional item found. Challenge cleared. Cool. Only usable in battle. 2 AP. Okay, cool. Turn to the main foyer. Guess we'll give you the stamina potion. I don't know what immunity even does. Can I not equip this right now? Oh, okay. So apparently we're still in the middle of this event. Never mind. Okay. Study chambers or cartography room? Let's go study chambers. Enter the study chambers. A chill crosses your spine when you see a dozen dead mages strewn across the floor and study tables, their bodies dry and shriveled. Oh, that's fucked up. Okay, well, let's go to the map room. You peer into the chamber through the doorway. The air has now become numbingly cold, and it is getting increasingly hard to breathe. 4 more soldiers lie slain on the ground. In the center of the chamber, a tall figure in flowing robes browses through an assortment of maps on one of the desks. As you approach, the figure glances over briefly, and you see the rotting remains of what was once a human face staring back. A second later, his gaze returns to the map, showing a distinct lack of interest at your sudden appearance. Damn! He's a G. He's also a lich. Listen, he's a lich. We want to get in melee range with this man. There's no point in calling out to him. He's just going to attack us from far away. Let's walk up. Painfully aware of the grisly scene you've seen elsewhere in the library, you cautiously approach the figure, trying to determine his ability and intentions. Your caution pays off as a barely visible line of runes etched into the ground around him catches your attention. They glow with dark intent. Okay. At last, the figure suddenly booms, and he pockets the tome he was browsing. He seems he's found what he came for. Cross the runes to stop him. Pretty low odds of success here because it's a reflex check. But I think we're supposed to stay back. He might get away, but like, I mean, listen. I mean, I guess then actually, what's the worst case if we fail the check? We'd probably take damage, but I think we probably still get to do the fight. Staying back, he might just run away. Let's go for it, and if we fail, it's not a big deal, I feel like. No point in exhausting ourselves for pretty low chances to succeed anyway. Let's just go balls to the wall here. Okay, Stroud, good work. Oh, okay. So I thought they'd all have to make the check. Only Stroud had to do it. Okay. All of a sudden, the 4 bodies in the chamber start writhing unnaturally. Their spasms stop a few moments later. Skeletons come to life. The figure signs a spell, and a brilliant portal blinks into existence as he steps through the chamber. Okay, so the trap... I guess whatever the trap was, we either dodged it, or the trap was to summon the skeletons. I don't know. But this man gets away, and we fight the remains anyway. Okay, so I'm glad we made this successful check. What are we dealing with here? A lot of damage coming at us here, it looks like. 7 damage, and a bleed. Eviling. -3 damage for every cell apart from target. Move forward 1 cell. Okay, let's go intro to Vigor first. Let's do a little of this. I think we go Bardic Expertise into Scatter Hit here. It seems pretty good to me. Ooh, 2 thorns. It's something to keep in mind. I'm down to take the damage, though. I think it's worth it. Leaf in the Wind is very good here, too. We're going to get to go... Well... I wish we could hammer strike you here. It would ruin you, but we can't quite reach, which is unfortunate. So I think we go... Punch. Punch. Kill the 2 of you. Could hammer strike here. But at this point, I think we punch and kill you, which is nice. And then we leaf. Just to block the big hit coming in. Yeah, that's full blocking too, which is good. Okay. Nice work. We could smite you. You could also bless strike into smite, but that's probably not that good because we take thorn damage. I think we just do this. What does thorns actually do? Does thorns go away? I don't see it. It doesn't seem to be doing any damage to Catherine here. So I'm guessing thorns goes away after taking damage, but maybe it only works once. Okay, so you're attacking before Catherine does, but that's fine. Let's go verse into chorus here, and no reason to take free damage. Just to end the turn. Stroud here is gonna mess you up. We just go block into straight palm here. Yeah. Pretty easy stuff. Take our money. And that's that, I guess. Take the exit obelisk out of here. And I guess we can do this event before going back to the town. A Horde Encounter. Party's front line is barricaded. 3 enemies over 1 wave. Yeah, sure. Whatever. That's fine. I think we can handle ourselves here for the most part. I would prefer you two switch spots, actually, though. This is not the ideal setup for me, I would say. Let's do some punching, though. Hold on. What are you attacking for? You're attacking back here. Okay, we should just hammer strike you actually and kill you, so you were just taking no damage. And just actually, yo, Stroud is fucked up, man. He just came in here and said, what if I just murdered everyone? Ooh, what is this? Runesmith's Chisel. Change a rune into a random rune of the same color and tier. Okay. Pick wisely. You can't go back on your decision. Okay. Quiver. Magic medium armor. What does Vigil do? Can I read this? No? Okay. Inspect. Okay. What does Vigil do? Generate plus 30% guard for the next X instances. If this was heavy armor, I'd be all for this because it would be really good on Catherine, and it's still pretty good on Catherine, right? Now, do we need a bow for the quiver to be useful is what I want to know, right? Because we can just put this on like Catherine and it's pretty solid because it's just giving her +1 strength. I think we take this though, because this is still, even if we don't use reinforce, it's still pretty good on Stroud, I would say. So let me go back, please. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, I'll take this. Stroud, enjoy. We're probably not going to use reinforce though, like ever. That's fine. Hold on. Back to the map. We should probably like try to clear out most of these. A quest location cleared. Okay, yeah. Let's go back. Do a quick encounter. Head back to town. Turn in these quests. See what else is going on. We get to do double quick fist into double combination strike, which seems pretty good. This man's pretty bulky. Hitting for 5. You're hitting for 5. You're dealing 5 poison damage with a ranged attack on my bard. Let's kill you. Give 2 more. We do like a little bit of this into this here. And you're still hitting me for 5, so I guess we just dodge. Good leaf into win too. It doesn't really matter what we play. And let's go intro to Vigor into. Guess I don't hate precognition here. Let's see what we draw. I like double verse right now. Let Catherine just kill someone on her next turn, basically. Oh, hold on, retain up to 1 card. I'll retain Chorus. Thick Skin, take 30% damage from ranged attacks. Well, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we are not going to hit you with a ranged attack, by the way. Bop. I guess we move here. Start bashing away on you. Seems fine. Attack blocked. Stroud is gonna just absolutely murder this man. Yeah. Hammer into combination. Okay. And let's go to town and turn in these quests. That's actually a pretty good spot to end the video today, too, it looks like. And I just want to keep playing this game more, though. I'm probably going to just, like, record, like, a huge backlog right now, because I'm really getting into the groove of this game. We've obtained a Tome of Skill. When read, grants 1 skill point. And 10 magic dust. This entity you described, it sounds like a Rift Lord. Sorcerers who embrace the use of ancient magic to grant immortality. Man, just call him a Lich. Like, I don't want to be rude, but, like, just call him a Lich. It's a Lich. You've heard of the Vanai, I presume? They were a civilization that predated us before disappearing centuries ago. All the technology we have today is built upon their achievements. That's what they teach the young ones. But the Vanai were also avid researchers of more eldritch forms of magic, spells that involve blood sacrifice and torture. Likely this Rift Lord is planning something against us, but for what reasons? That remains to be seen. Yada yada, yada yada. Hell yeah, let's begin our counterattack. My men will push out of our safe zone a few blocks further, but we'll need your help with a key location to aid our effort. Yada yada, this warehouse has been taken over by local gangs. We'll also need materials in the warehouse to deal with the breach in our border wall. Cool, cool, cool. We have a new thing to look at here. Bertram. Oh, we just get a ranger in the party. Maybe. Or maybe that's a quest. I don't know. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I want to play more of this game. I probably am going to play more of this game. See ya.